Tombstone, Arizona Territory, August 2, 1882.
Oh, good morning, sir. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Muchas gracias, senor. But I am in no hurry.
I certainly wish a few more of our customers would be as patient.
Oh, that is right. It is so easy to make a mistake.
Absolutely. I have a great responsibility here.
Oh, I know.
Trail-weary, Clay Hollister returned to Tombstone after delivering a deserter to Fort Huachuca. Heavily armed men from Mexico watched the sheriff pass.
I am still in no hurry, senor. But do not take too long to fill the bag, por favor.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
August 2, 1882. Unsuspectingly, Sheriff Clay Hollister had ridden past while the notorious Augustine Ramirez was robbing the Bank of Tombstone. Clay Hollister organized a posse to trail the bandits. Jim and I jailed Ramirez and two of his men.
It was foolish of the sheriff to go after Sancho and the others. Long rides are so tiring.
Maybe your next ride won't be so long, Ramirez.
Oh, you mean... Está bien, it is fate.
All right, in here.
You're looking at me, senor. Tell me, what do you see?
Nothing. I'll send for the doc. All right. The night of August 2, 1882.
No luck.
They use the old patchy quail dodge. Just scattered into nothing. More likely into Mexico. You know, you can't follow them there.
You think we got any help on the way? Everybody's scared off.
Ornery Ramirez bought off. Or charmed off.
Well, that won't help him now. Jonas is dead. Ramirez will hang.
No jail had ever held Augustine Ramirez. A hacksaw blade sewed in the seam of his jacket was his key to freedom. The morning of August 3, Ramirez had escaped, leaving his two henchmen. But Clay Hollister had an idea.
Hola. No comprendo americano. Is that right? Well, you habla español, amigo. All right, senor.
It's obvious we're never going to get Ramirez's hideout out of him.
Wasn't intending to. But I wonder what that other fella in there is thinking about now.
Hey, that might work.
We'll let him sweat it out a few more minutes.
Well, listen, Clay, even if it does work, what good will it do? You can't go after Ramirez into Mexico. It's against the law.
Oh, I'm not going to break the law, Harris. Maybe bend it a little bit.
And even if you did, you couldn't get within 50 miles of Ramirez's hideout without being recognized.
Nahadi will take care of that.
That old Apache?
Mm-hmm.
What can he do?
Well, if this works, you'll see. Get up. I'm going to take you back inside there now. If you open your mouth just one time, I'll close it for you permanently. Can't have his buddy thinking he didn't resist a little bit. Sorry I had to force you to talk. I'll see to it the judge hears you help. Your turn, friend. Now, if this one's half as helpful as the last.
Yo no hablo inglés.
Like I told your friend, I speak Spanish, so make it easy on yourself.
I know nothing.
Well, I know plenty. Once your friend got started talking, he couldn't stop. I know where Ramirez is hiding, but I don't know how to get there. You take me there. Maybe the judge will go easy on you.
Senor, I take you to Lugar de Perdido and we both would end up feeding the coyotes.
Lugar de Perdido?
See.
That's it.
Jim.
Lock him up.
Vamos.
I got a date with an old Apache friend.
Clay, Lugar de Perdido?
Place of the lost. That could cost you your life, senor.
You don't frighten me. I've been threatened by your kind before. Now get out of here.
Well, if I can fool you, I can certainly fool Ramirez.
Oh, Clay, you darn fool, you.
Well, how do you like it?
Well, I must say it's pretty good. What'd you use?
Well, berry juice, a horse's tail, and one of the bandidos is going to be a little bit cold tonight.
Horses. Clay is still not a wise thing to do. You don't even know where this Lugar de Perdido is.
Now, look, Harris. If your name was Ramirez, and you were raiding border towns, and you knew the second you got across the border you'd be safe from territorial law, you'd have your hideout close to the border, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. I still don't like it.
But you will help me.
I think you need help.
Now, look, sit down. What I need is this, a special printing job.
August 6, 1882. In Old Mexico, Clay Hollister rode the border trails of the Guadalupe Mountains. The afternoon of the third day, Lugar de Perdido, the place of the lost. In his disguise as a Mexican, Clay Hollister faced the wily Augustine Ramirez.
So you've come to pay us a visit, amigo, huh? This poster says you are called amigo. And this poster also says you're a very dangerous man. Tell me, amigo, are you a dangerous man? Does he look dangerous to you, Sancho?
Sí, mi jefe, he does.
You are so serious, my little one. So suspicious. Come. Ever since you have crossed the border into Mexico, you have been looking for Lugar de Perdido. Why?
How you know this?
This is my country. It is my business to know.
I have heard that a man can find safety in Lugar de Perdido.
You mean a man such as you and I?
Who are you?
Hey, Sancho.
I ask you who you are.
Come. What will you drink?
Nothing. But I am hungry.
Sancho, bring some food for a hungry man. Tell me, amigo.
See?
You were joking. You know who I am.
No.
I am Augustine Ramirez.
No?
You honest do not know who I am?
No.
It's all right. I will not shoot you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sit down, sit down. Sancho, the horses Miguel stole from Rancho Cortina, he still have them.
Sí, mi jefe, he does.
Tonight, I think we take them away from him. When I want something, I take it. When I do not want something, maybe I take it anyway. You want to come with us?
It seemed to me kind of foolish to risk your neck for just a couple of horses.
You are right. It might be dangerous.
Oh, but not for you. You will have a dozen men out in front of you doing the fighting.
No, just you, Sancho, and myself.
All right. I'll come along and protect you.
10 o'clock tonight, then, huh?
Well, I'm tired. I must have a place to sleep.
Down the hall. The last room belongs to me. Por favor.
Gracias. Here. Buy yourself a drink with the change.
Well, we'll kill him. He's making fun with you.
No. We are making fun with each other.
And you're making me his serviente. To wait on him, to bring him food.
Now you are talking like a niño.
I say he's dangerous.
Oh. The Americanos offer a reward. $500 for him. For me, $2,000.
That is not what I meant.
I know. I know what you mean.
The sheriff of Tombstone rode with Ramirez, a bandit raid on another bandit.
Nachito, you stay here. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Por nada. You're destined for something better.
Forget the horses.
Are you hit, amigo?
Forget the horses.
In the shooting, Clay Hollister was hit in the upper arm. They were forced to ride back empty-handed.
Sancho, see what keeps amigo.
Clay Hollister's wound was a complication he couldn't afford. Getting Ramirez back across the border where he could arrest him became a race against time.
Gonzalez.
Why did you come back here?
Mi jefe, he wanna see you. And I warn you, leave lugar. Maybe another time you're not so lucky.
I had a feeling it was you.
It was.
Next time, do not miss, because I will not.
That is a promise, senor.
Send for me.
See, to join the fiesta.
Fiesta for what?
For you. You have saved my life. How is the shoulder?
Bien, hermano.
Maybe you would like to have Lupe take care of it better, huh?
Le duele mucho.
Está bien, está bien. I want to talk to you, alone.
Oh, you sound like serious business.
It could be profitable business.
I like that kind of business.
You stay. How would you like to make $2,000 or $3,000 in gold with no shooting?
In gold?
In gold.
How?
The American colonel at Fort Huachuca has a son.
And he loves him very much.
And almost every day, the son goes riding.
With many soldiers guarding him.
Alone.
How do you know this?
It is our business to know these things. You know about horses to steal. I know about people to steal.
You are one interesting amigo.
We could take a note to the colonel and be back with his son in 2 days.
I like your business plan for stealing people.
The morning of August 8, 1882.
Sancho's horse is not there.
We were not planning on taking him with us anyway.
I know, but this is the first time I ride without him.
Come on, you don't need him.
The afternoon of August 8, 1 mile south of the Mexican border.
I think we rest here a while.
¿Qué pasó?
Brazo de un bandido.
No es mexicano. Es un gringo.
Sancho, mi muchacho. Sanchito.
North of the border, Amigo was once again Sheriff Clay Hollister.
You're under arrest, Ramirez. You killed Sanchito. I don't want to have to kill you, too.
Amigo Sheriff, we settle nothing this way. If you want to arrest me, you are going to have to shoot me. Are you going to shoot me from behind the tree? This is for Sanchito. Go ahead, gringo, shoot.
Now, like I said, you're destined for something better.
Augustine Ramirez was destined for something better. Tried and convicted, he was hanged on August 15, 1882.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. An overcast morning, July 9, 1886.
I still think you're making a mistake, Logan. What if Hollister and his posse happen to come by?
The lead in my shoulder's getting too heavy to carry. Give me the saddlebags, man. Come on.
The way you act, someone could say you don't trust us.
$10,000 is a lot of temptation. I wouldn't want you boys running out on me.
Oh, we'll be around. We'll be back Wednesday morning. And you better be there.
I'll be there.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
July 9, 1886. Sheriff Clay Hollister was on the trail of Logan Beatty and his gang. The going had been rough.
Near as I can figure, this trail's about 5 hours old.
I think the posse ought to be heading back to Tombstone, Clay. We don't have enough provisions for another day's ride.
Well, I winged one of them. Sooner or later, they're going to have to slow down and fix up that wound.
Horses are about through. The men have about had it, too.
All right. You men head back for Tombstone.
Now, what about you, Clay?
I get some provisions at the Danbury Ranch, then ride into Fairbanks, get a fresh posse there. Much obliged for your help, Paris. I'll check with you when I get back.
Texas Sheriff, you're wasting your time. You got no money.
No, it's nothing like that. I was hoping you could let me have some provisions. I'd be willing to pay.
Pleasure to be of service to the law.
As long as you get paid for the effort. What do you get for a drink of water?
Water's free. Good book says to help those in need, but it don't hurt to be practical about it. You or anybody else.
Anybody else?
I got myself a temporary boarder. Fellow rode in this morning, gave me $50, put him up for a couple of days, give him some medical attention. Claims he was ambushed.
Where is this man?
In the bedroom.
Is he wearing a gun?
No, I took it away from him.
That's good.
Guns are the tools of the devil, like so many other things. All I keep around myself is a small bore in case I scare up a coyote.
I'd like to meet this man.
You live in Kansas City, Miss Danbury?
No.
They got a store there sells nothing but dresses.
Really?
Yeah.
Does everyone make jokes all the time like you do?
No, I'm the funniest man that was ever in Kansas City. Someday I ought to go there.
You won't be going for a while, Logan.
Hello, Hollister.
Rest easy.
It's a family heirloom. Like this lucky piece. I rest better when they're near me.
Has he done something wrong?
Yeah, he held up a bank in Tombstone. Wounded a clerk.
No.
An outlaw under my roof?
Where are the others, Logan? They said I was holding them back.
Did he ride in here alone?
I was out in the yard. I didn't see anyone else.
You got me caught, Hollister. Why would I lie to you?
They ran off and left you, huh? Left $10,000 behind. Where are they, Logan?
Sheriff, can't you question him later? He's in pain.
As you sow, so shall you reap.
Yeah, he reaped all right. I'll need a lighted lamp to sterilize this. Seems only fair that since I put the bullet in, you ought to be the one to take it out.
How is he?
Nothing wrong with him. A couple of days' rest won't cure.
I don't want him under my roof. This is a God-fearing house. Let the sinner seek the comfort of his own kind and not sicken others.
It's a long ride back to Tombstone. Wouldn't want that wound to open up. He might bleed to death.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his own way. The wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
But the man came to us for help, Pa. It wouldn't have been Christian to turn him away.
He's a thief and a murderer. He deserves the worst that can happen.
There's nothing too good about Logan's past, but murder isn't one of his accomplishments.
I know his kind has never done a hard day's work in his life.
I thought we could all use some refreshment.
Oh, thank you, Miss Danbury. Looks like I'm going to have to impose on your hospitality for a couple of days.
We're pleased to have you here, Mr. Hollister. You think he'd like a cup?
Oh, I'm sure he would. I'll take him some.
If the sheriff wants him to have any, he'll take it in.
Leave the girl alone, Alan.
The morning of Wednesday, July 11, 1886.
You certainly don't take any chances, Sheriff.
No. My job, you'll live longer if you're careful. And don't put too much faith in good luck charms. I want to talk to you about that.
What's wrong with Logan giving it to me?
He should have kept it for himself. He's going to need all the luck he can get. Keep away from him, Kay.
You sound just like my father, Mr. Hollister.
He's got a long prison term ahead of him.
Hollister, there's one thing you should know. You're never going to put me in prison. Only one man ever locked me up. That was my dad when I was 7 years old. I remember I beat my hands bloody trying to get out of that dark cellar. It was a whole lifetime ago. I still dream about it.
I've decided to take you back to Tombstone today. You look well enough to travel.
Yeah, I'll be traveling soon. All I needed was a little Christian charity from the right person.
Why don't you give her some? Come here.
I'll never forget you. Bye.
All right, Logan, let's go.
You'll never take me to Tombstone now, Hollister. You're a day late. Yesterday you might have made it, but today, Those are my boys.
Back in the house. Everybody. Move!
Hey, Logan, come on out.
Tell him you're my prisoner.
Sheriff Clay Hollister's in here with me.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Well, there's no sense in having a gunfight. I'll be out in a few minutes. You see, Sheriff, I'm your prisoner, but you're my prisoner in a way.
We can't wait out there forever. Sooner or later,
Sheriff, don't make me shoot you. But I will if I have to.
You taking leave of your senses, girl?
I want to go with you.
Your father's right. You've taken leave of your senses. I can't take you with me, don't you see?
For the first time in my life, I do see. And I want to go with you.
All right. Let's go.
Try to make him understand.
I'll kill you for this, Beatty. By all that's holy, I'll kill you.
take that. Cut you down before you got a shot.
Logan!
Climb down.
Kay! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Might have stopped them if it hadn't been for her.
I don't think you can put all the blame on your daughter.
My daughter is dead.
The morning of July 12, 1886. Logan Beatty skirted Tombstone on his way to New Mexico. Clay Hollister came back to Tombstone for a small posse. We again picked up Beatty's trail.
Logan.
Don't be so worried. The shoulder opened up a little, that's all.
Logan, you can't keep riding. You've got to stop, at least for a while.
And let Hollister catch up. I'll tell you what we'll do. Yucca Flats is about 2 hours from here. We'll stop there. Come on.
The outlaw's trail led to Yucca Flats. We reasoned Beatty was seeking the sanctuary of the New Mexico border.
Gee, I must look a sight.
You're the prettiest girl in the territory.
Not in this outfit.
I'll buy a new dress. We'll meet you fellas in the bar. Come on.
A bottle, please.
Thanks.
Oh, no. Thank you.
I'm sorry. You do that dress right proud, Kay.
My man has good taste.
Yeah, not much of a place, is it? If I go anywhere else, they might recognize me.
I understand.
Don't you want a drink? It might cheer you up. It can't do you any harm.
No, I don't want any.
Hey, Logan. You gonna sit there and wait for Hollister to come for you? Or are we heading for New Mexico?
Okay. Should we leave?
Well, I'm ready.
Kay, how old are you? 17? 18?
19.
Do you realize that I'm almost...
I realize that you're the man I love. Come on, let's go.
They were here all right.
How long ago?
About an hour.
Well, we're gaining on them. They still got a good head start. Catching them before they reach the border is going to take some doing.
If I have to cross the border, I will. They'll send the boys back to Tombstone. This visit's going to be unofficial.
The afternoon of July 12, 1886. Red Rock, New Mexico.
Aren't you going to eat any of it?
I'm not hungry.
I know what you're thinking. I just can't afford to take any chances. I've still got to be careful where we stop.
Logan, I understand that. You don't have to explain.
You haven't had any fun, have you? Give me a little time. We'll have plenty of fun. And we got lots of money.
And what happens when the money's gone?
I get us some more. They leave this stuff lying around loose in banks. You just walk in and scoop it up.
Just walk in and scoop it up. And we start running again.
What other way is there?
Hello, Logan.
Rita, I'm busy.
What's the matter? Don't I please you anymore?
Look, Rita, will you leave us alone, please?
Logan, she's not your type or age.
I'm sorry about it.
I'll cover you from here in case the others show up.
Where are your friends?
My friends are hid out. They're afraid of a lawman who might forget about the law and come across the border. This is New Mexico, Hollister. You have no authority here. They have their own laws and they have nothing on me. And if you don't believe me, ask the sheriff at the bar.
That doesn't prevent us from having a little talk, does it?
Oh, what is it to say?
I want you to ride back to Tombstone with me.
Whatever would make me want to do a fool thing like that?
You want to make her happy?
I figure the best way to do that's by staying out of jail.
Taking her to places like this?
Won't always be places like this.
When has it ever been different? I think she deserves something better.
Have you any complaints, Kay?
If he did go back, what would happen?
You'd have to face a robbery charge.
I can't do that, Kay. Don't ask me.
Logan, time of your kind's passing. Trail ends with a bullet or a long prison term. Now's your chance to pay a small penalty for a new life.
Remember I told you I can't stand to be locked up?
Well, what kind of freedom is this? Running from the law, living from day to day, and no future.
Leave us alone, Hollister.
All right. Anything I can do for you, Kay?
Let's go back.
I can't.
Logan, maybe you can walk into a bank and scoop up some money. But what happens if this kind of life runs us out of love? Mr. Hollister, wait. I'm going back with you.
Kay.
Every time that you rode off, I'd wonder if I'd ever see you alive again. And we'd end up hating each other. Wouldn't have worked, would it?
He'll come back if he loves you.
Thank you, Mr. Hollister.
Glad I could be of service.
Is Pa at home? He went into town, but he should be back very soon now. I better start supper. You'll stay, won't you?
Thank you, Miss Danbury.
She's worried about what Pa will say.
How about you?
I'm not any longer.
I think I'll ride out and meet him.
Spawn of the devil, stop!
He was coming in to give himself up.
I didn't know.
Didn't he say anything?
May have. I didn't hear.
Maybe. Maybe you just didn't want to hear.
How will I be judged?
I don't know. But you're gonna have to tell your daughter you killed a man she loved. Here. You better give her this.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The night of May 28, 1886.
How about that, Sally? Well, everybody's having fun with Big Bill. Saturday night, why don't you celebrate?
Celebrate what?
Silver mine I'm going to find for you, maybe. That's what.
Should I hold my breath?
Herman. Herman! We'll pick up a little glass, Herman. And hold. Well, now, Sheriff, you got in my way.
You better call tonight, Bill, before somebody gets hurt.
You want to hold a glass, Sheriff? 1, 2.
Oh, now. Show me how you want it held.
All right.
I'm sorry I had to clip him, Sally.
Why bother to tell me about it? I don't care what happens to him.
Jack, take care of him.
No, keep away. I'll take care of him.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
May 29, 1886.
Sally.
Excuse me, Doctor. Sure. Well?
Sally, you're not still mad about what happened in there.
It won't work, Bill. I've heard all your promises.
I got a regular job now, Sally, working for the water pipe company, saving for stake. I can't miss this time. There's silver all around us. You wait and see. I'm going to hit pay dirt.
You hit pay dirt. You won't hit peanuts. And even if you get the chance, you'll go into the Tivoli and blow it.
Sally, listen to me.
You listen to me. I'm going to leave here someday. And when I do, it's not going to be with any moth-eaten prospector who's all mind talk and no mind. I'm going to be respectable. I'm going to have a sparkler on this finger that'll blind you in the sun. I'm going to have furs all over me. Now you go back to digging your ditches and leave me alone.
kids move back. You're going to get hurt here.
Aw, Bill.
Hello, Jerry. Emily.
We're not hurting anything, Mr. Hollister. We're just watching.
Yeah, well, you better go watch from over there.
Can we play around the old Marlowe house, please? Can we?
Sure, I guess so nobody else is using it. Keep you off the streets.
Thanks, Mr. Hollister. Thanks. I'll be the mother, and you can be the husband coming home from work. I'm not going to be the husband. I'm going to be the sheriff.
How you doing, Bill?
Fine.
What do you got, a broken water pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver.
Sally,
What are you doing here? Lose your job?
I just hit a silver vein rich as they come.
What, again?
This'll go 8,000 a ton if it goes a dime.
Where'd you find it this time?
Right out where I was fixing that pipe, right in the middle of Allen Street.
Middle of Allen Street. What?
Look, that city property, I can't file a claim on it, right?
Right.
The Marlowe house is right next to where I was digging. You can buy it for $1,600.
1,600. So,
Sally, you told me once you had a little nest egg put by.
Bill, if you don't get out of here and quit wasting my time, I'll throw you out.
You said you had $2,000. Sally, this can mean $500,000 to us, maybe better.
Damn.
Look, the house is only 40 feet away from where I was digging. Now, if you owned it, I could tunnel under the street. Nobody'd ever know the difference.
The silver, we'd have to sell it in some other town.
Tucson, that's easy.
What's in it for me?
20 cents on every dollar I take out.
Make it 50.
Okay, baby. I'm not going to argue the split with you. I'm going to ask you to marry me. First $5,000 I take out of that mine.
I want 10.
Okay. What's the matter, baby?
The pipe repair job you were working on. Won't one of the other workers discover the silver ore?
I covered it all up. I'll fix it tonight.
Well, let's have a drink, partner.
Okay, partner.
Hi, Sheriff. Have a drink?
No, thanks, Bill.
You particular who you drink with?
I just have to finish my rounds.
You know, Hollister, I'm going to hit it big out here one day. I'm going to have money coming out of every pocket. I'm going to own half a Tombstone.
Don't pay any attention to him, Sheriff. You know, some of them start drinking early. Start running off at the mouth. Now, why don't you be a very nice boy and say goodbye to the sheriff before you get into trouble again? See? Why don't you make me a deputy?
I could do worse.
You better forget you're mad with Hollister and hold your tongue or the deal's off.
You're kidding.
Try me.
Okay, Sally. Go back to work.
Well, that's better.
June 14, 1886. The unique mining operation began with Sally's purchase of the old Marlowe place as a home. The lumber for shoring the shaft and tunnel was brought in as new flooring ordered by Miss Sally Wilson for repairs on the old house. Life on Allen Street went on as usual, nobody dreaming that inside the house a shaft would soon extend down to a depth of 10 feet. and that from the bottom of the shaft, a tunnel would extend over 40 feet to a point beneath the street where Big Bill had made his discovery. There was another problem. The dirt had to be carted away secretly. August 10, 1886, the silver deposit was reached.
Sally! Sally! You know, it's a funny thing. These things were filled with dirt. They weighed a ton. Now they got silver in them. They're light as feathers. You didn't tell anybody they could come?
Of course not. Who is it?
Me, Sally, Clay. Want to talk to you a minute.
Well, just a minute, Clay. I'll be right with you.
A lady has to make herself presentable, Clay.
May I come in?
Sure. I haven't fixed the place up yet, but I have some good ideas.
Oh, it should be real nice. Things seem to be going better for you and Bill.
Hmm.
I want to talk to you about him.
About Bill?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's Jimmy Reach.
You mean the little boy that Barbara's daughter plays with?
He was playing around the house here the other day, and Bill ran him off.
Oh.
He slapped him.
Oh, no.
Jimmy's father's got a terrible temper, and so has Bill.
Yeah, I know that.
I wouldn't want to see him try to shoot it out. I thought it'd be better if I talked to you about it rather than Bill.
Glad that you did. He gets pretty riled up, even when your name is mentioned.
I guess I got that kind of personality. Well, thanks for the help, Sally.
Thank you, Clay.
You were standing right over it, honey. We're getting lucky all the way around.
Why'd you slap Jimmy?
Well, he was getting near our diggings.
So Hollister shows up. These are big stakes. Don't be a fool and give them away, Bill. Now get back to work.
The morning of September 2, Big Bill took out enough silver to make a down payment on an important purchase.
Before very long, I'm going to buy you one of those for every one of your fingers. We're going to have everything we ever wanted, honey. We're really going to live.
We.
Mr. and Mrs. William Hartley.
Emily? Emily? Emily! Get off there! Emily!
It's a tunnel.
No! No!
Let's get the sheriff.
Emily, my baby, my baby.
Barbara, let me get a look. Sally, take care of it.
Come on, honey, everything's gonna be all right. It's all my fault. I should have watched her closer. That's a mother's job. Come on, Barbara. Come on.
Emily. Get that Cunningham. You, get a hoist and some ropes. Move. Now, everybody get back.
Is she dead?
They don't know. The tunnel. Is that the reason the street caved in?
I let her run wild. You have to watch your little girl. Anything can...
Barbara. Now listen to me. She needs you now more than she's ever needed you in her entire life. I want you to talk to her quietly. Her mother's voice could be very important to her.
What shall I say?
Anything. Just be gentle. Let her know you're here.
Emily? Emily, darling, it's Mother. I'm not going to work tonight, Emily. I'll stay home and tuck you in.
Don't stop.
Emily, I'll read a story to you. I'll read you a story, Emily.
Mommy.
Emily. She's alive. My baby's alive.
Is Big Bill Hartley here? Bill, come here.
What does he want? What do you want, Hollister?
I need your help.
Why me?
You did the repair work here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now, how's the ground?
It's tricky.
Are we on a natural fall, or can I dig down on the side and tunnel across to her?
You're gonna risk a cave-in any time you put a shovel in the ground around here. Liable to bring that whole thing down on her. Barbara, back from that edge.
You didn't have to go down that far for the water line, did you?
Of course not.
And why's the hole so deep?
Well, how do I know? Could be a natural fault, an old well, a spring. Could be anything.
You got any ideas about getting her out?
A rope around her waist might work.
Not if she's pinned.
Yeah, well, maybe she isn't. Too tricky to get down there. We'll get a loop.
Bill, are we going to have to tell about the tunnel?
No, we'll get the kid out.
Are you sure?
Now, don't get mixed up, Sally. What we got is ours. We find that silver mine, we got nothing. We'll get the kid out.
Big Bill Hartley and Sally kept their secret about the tunnel from the old Marlowe house to the mine, through which the girl could have been reached.
Remember, if she's caught too tight, you don't dare pull.
Yeah, I know.
Gently, gently now. Easy.
Mommy, the rope hurts.
Stop pulling. You can't get her out that way. You've got to think of something else. I'll have to go down after her.
Now, wait a minute. You're no miner. You'd have that whole thing on top of her. I'll go alone. All right.
Keep your feet away from the rocks, Bill.
Send me down a shovel. It's gonna be all right, honey.
There it comes.
How's it going, Bill?
Slow.
You want me to spell you?
No. No. I'll stay down here alone. Don't worry, honey. We're gonna get you out.
The operation was difficult. Each act of digging risked a landslide, which could bring certain death to the digger as well as to the child below. The night of September 2, 1886.
Soon now, honey. Here we go, dear. Carol, now stand with her. Put this down over your shoulders, honey. That's it. Now you sit in that bottom one, sweetheart. Put this under your arms, all right? Come on, dear. Sheriff!
Aye.
We got her.
Billy! Take her arm out of there.
Okay.
All right.
That night, 8 hours after the start of the operation, the child had been freed.
Easy. Easy.
Mommy.
My baby's alive.
Take hours to clear.
Hours will be too late. We've got to get him out soon.
I can't work fast, Doc. The whole street may cave in on top of him.
Bill, don't give up, Bill. It means too much to us now.
I've given up, Sally. Tell him.
It means too much to us now.
Tell us what, Sally?
Nothing, Clay. He's delirious.
I had just returned from a business trip in Prescott, found Tombstone in a turmoil.
How's it going, Bill? Can't feel anything, Sheriff.
Hold on, Bill. Everything will be all right.
We'll get you out. It's too late. Why'd you come the way you did? What are you talking about? Didn't Sally tell you? Tell me what? This is a tunnel between our house and the mine.
You mean that you tried to mine this? Bill, don't you know that this...
Anything I can do?
No, thanks, Harris. We'll get him out now to bury him. They had a mine.
They were mining here? This is just an isolated pocket. Pachuca Water Company found it when they laid the pipe 4 years ago. Rich ore, no vein. It wasn't even worth digging up the street.
Sally, there's a man dead and you could have saved him.
We're gonna have to have a long talk.
I'll be around. I'll be around for a long time.
Silver. Looks like dirt.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The fabulously rich silver mines brought many elements to Tombstone. There were the cowboys, wild and reckless, and the miners themselves, strong family men who had emigrated from the old country. It often meant conflict.
Been all morning on the road from Charleston. I got a lot bigger thirst than them daisies.
Well, you mustn't get down.
I always like to meet a lady halfway. With them pretty blue eyes. Here's the spot. I'll take it in for you.
No, thank you.
Why don't you just sit a while on that nice shady porch with me?
No, please give it.
I'll settle for a hug and a kiss.
Lisa. Into the house, Lisa. Off with you now, quick.
You know, I never figured that a Cornish miner would have a daughter that pretty.
I said off with you.
No man handles me like that, miner. You know who I am?
No good cowboy scum.
Now, you better apologize or get yourself a gun.
I have no gun. And you're mighty young and reckless to be owning of one yourself.
Don't come any closer, mister. I'll shoot. Now, don't you force me to shoot.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
Warning you, miner.
Come on, miner, get up.
The matter Matter's under control, Sheriff. That's the ruffian's weapon.
Now, what's going on?
He was molesting my daughter.
You're a liar. Since when's it a crime to talk to a gal?
You had hold of Lisa. I saw you from the window.
Get her out here and ask her if you don't believe me.
She'll speak her piece in court, not here on a public street. Inside, Lisa.
Mr. Carew, are you having trouble, sir?
Do I understand that you're going to bring charges?
You do.
What's going on?
I'm taking this saloon loafer to court for molesting Lisa, for threatening my life with a revolver, and for disturbing the peace. And not one word of that in that paper of yours, do you hear?
The epitaph will publish whatever it sees fit. If I was a fighting man, I'd like a couple of moments with him.
You're not a fighting man, Johnny. Brawling in the streets is precisely what I'm making an example of him for. Draw up your charges, Sheriff Hollister. I'll be down in an hour to sign them.
Billy.
Lisa. You're not without fault, Lisa. Had you not loitered with that cowboy, he would not have taken liberties.
Sin to talk to a man? To be a good neighbor? Is it right that I should be cooped up in this house all day, allowed only to talk to Cornish men and women? This is America, Papa. Women are not slaves here. They're allowed to marry men of their own choice, not ones their fathers picked out for them.
That's enough, Lisa. Go to your room.
Please, sir.
To your room.
The afternoon of May 12, 1880.
Hi, Clay. Oh, Frank.
Frank? Get me out of here, Frank.
That's what I'm here for, Billy. Put your hat on. What are you trying to do, Clay? Set an example of us boys from Charleston?
No, Frank. Billy just made a pass at the wrong girl. Daughter of old man Carew, mining superintendent of $1 million.
No need of suspicion of bail bond, Clay. Signed and sealed by Judge Casey, paid for and delivered by Frank McLeod.
Mm-hmm. Let's not try to settle this out of court, Billy.
Well, now, Clay, you know me better than that. I wouldn't start any trouble.
Yeah.
Thanks a heap, friend. You go out and get yourself in trouble real soon so I can return the favor. My hardware, Sheriff.
Oh, since you're not going to be starting any trouble, you won't need it.
Now, wait a minute. What if that old man goes in a prod for me again? Or somebody else starts something?
Jump behind the bar and grab a bottle.
Funny.
Come on, Billy. If you got need of a gun, you won't have trouble scaring one up.
You get through this trial a free man, and come back and pick up your 44 on your way to Charleston.
Okay, Clay. But if I get plugged and croak, it's going to be your fault. And I'll come back and haunt you. She was out there just a sprinkling the daisies, as pretty as you please.
Hey, Billy. Somebody outside wants a word with you.
With me?
You're Bashful Billy Clanton, ain't you?
Did you give her a name?
I didn't ask.
Must be Rosie. Hey, see if you can fix me up with that girlfriend of yours from Benson.
Over here, sir.
What are you doing here?
I had to talk to you.
Look, lady, I don't want any more trouble.
I run off from home.
Oh, no, that's just fine.
You will help me, won't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, you stood up to my pa, didn't you?
Well, now, wait a minute. You're getting this all wrong, ma'am.
You said you wanted to sit on the porch with me. You said you wanted to kiss me.
Shucks, ma'am, I was just talk. I was just walking around.
You didn't mean it?
Need any help, Billy? Oh, it's nothing, Frank. I'll be right in. Afraid I'm gonna beat your time, Billy boy? I said it was nothing, Frank. Hey, this is her. Yeah, now beat it. What's she doing here? None of your business. Why, Billy boy, this sounds serious.
Look, Frank, don't push me too far.
Okay, Bill, I'm sorry. Okay. You see what you done? He's my best friend. You're nothing but trouble. Good girls are nothing but trouble. Now get this straight, ma'am. I can't help you none, so just stay away from me, you understand? Just stay away!
Midnight. Sheriff Hollister had planned to catch a few winks before his late rounds. That's what he had planned.
I'm glad you're here. I was so frightened.
All right, what's the trouble?
I thought he liked me.
You thought who liked you?
Billy Clanton.
What's going on between the two of you?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just foolish and stupid. I left home. I've just got to get away, that's all.
Now, running away doesn't help anything.
Well, I'm not going to marry Johnny Coster.
Well, you don't have to marry him if you don't want to.
It's not that easy. See, Mama died when I was little. Papa never would talk about her. I don't know why. Well, he's been the only one to tell me what to do. And he won't allow me to know anybody except Cornish people. I mean, no American girls who go to dances and socials and laugh out loud, bold as you please. Don't you see?
Yeah, everybody gets lonely sometimes.
And now I've been promised to Johnny Coster, just like they do in the old country. Is that the way it's supposed to be for a woman in America? For me?
Everything will look better in the morning. Come on, I'll walk you home.
I'm not going home. I told you that. I just can't stand it with Papa anymore. I'm a human being, and a woman has got to have some rights.
All right. You gonna stay with friends?
I don't have any friends that aren't Papa's friends.
Well, then where are you gonna stay?
Here.
Oh, you can't stay here.
Well, I could stay in there.
Well, you can't stay here. It's a jail, not a rooming house.
Well, where am I going to stay?
Well,
I just didn't know anybody else to come to except you. You're the sheriff.
The morning of May 13, 1880. Johnny Coster was a troubled young man.
Lisa's run off, Sheriff. Bed wasn't slept in all night. Old Carew's fit to be tied.
Now, take it easy, Johnny. Have some?
Thank you, no. I know it don't mean much to you, Sheriff, but I'm fond of Lisa. I wouldn't want anything to happen to her.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're so concerned about her, seeing that you two are engaged.
How'd you know that?
She told me last night. But I also got the impression that she's, well, not too fond of you.
Where is she?
I'm not sure that you're the man to know.
This is family, Mr. Hollister. You've no right to meddle.
Now, you listen to me, John. Frightened girl came in here last night looking for protection. I'm not about to throw her to the wolves, even if her father is one of them.
Understand this, Mr. Hollister. Lisa's happiness is my only concern.
It's all right, Lisa. Come on in. Miss Carew spent the night at the Palace Hotel, courtesy of the sheriff's office.
I'm not going home, John. I'll do anything, but I'm not going.
Well, what you do now, Lisa's between you and your pa. But there's something else. Something you told Mr. Hollister that's between you and me.
Well, now, look, I'm not very good at peacemaking, but
Answer me straightly. Did you run away because I asked your pa for you to marry me?
Yes.
Don't you like me, Lisa?
Oh, it isn't that. I like you, John.
Well, what is it then?
Well, it's just that you were always Papa's friend. You seem like my uncle. I mean, like my brother. You never even looked at me. You never once told me that you liked me.
Well, then I'm telling you now. I like you. I can't ever think about a woman, but it's you that I'm thinking of. I want you for my wife.
You're just saying that to get me to come home.
No, I swear what I'm telling you is the truth. Come now. I'll take you home to your pa.
No. I have to be sure. If I went home now, I'd never be sure of you, or of myself, or of anything.
He's a good man, Lisa. He's solid, kind.
It's just not the way I heard it was supposed to be.
What is it that you want?
I want to be wanted. Is there anything so wrong in that? I want to be courted and desired. I want men to look at me the way they look at other girls. The way that cowboy looked at me yesterday. I'm sorry. I guess you think I'm shameless.
No, you just got set down in the wrong town. You wait here. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Billy, want a word with you.
Don't let him buffalo you.
I was just picking my teeth, Sheriff. I wasn't even thinking mischief.
What's this between you and Miss Carew?
Who?
Lisa Carew. You know what I'm talking about.
Why, nothing, Sheriff. I never laid eyes on her until yesterday.
Pretty powerful eyes, if you ask me. You're giving her notions.
Notions? Like what?
Like getting married.
You just right for marriage. Now, hold on a minute, Clay. You got the wrong man. I don't go much for barnyard hens. I like my chicks wild and gamey.
Marriage would do you good. Might tame you down before you got that fool head blown off. Oh, Mr. Carew, you looking for me?
I see you, Hollister. You and this barroom stew bum with your heads together.
There's no place to talk.
I don't want words with you. I want my daughter. I believe you and this cowboy know where she is.
Look, you buzzard, I've had just about as much out of you as I can take.
Don't be yelling at me, you scum. I'll settle with you in court.
That's it. That's enough. Billy, you and Frank go inside. You better go home, Mr. Carew.
Where's my daughter, Hollister?
In my office?
In your office, eh?
Under protective custody.
And is that where she spent the night, Sheriff Hollister? Under your custody?
Why, you evil-minded old man. Come on. We're going to settle this right now.
With pleasure, Sheriff.
Well, you don't carry a gun. What am I supposed to do?
There's many ways, Billy, if you got a mind for it.
Well, I got a mind. Just don't see how.
Drink up, friend. You want to get the picture real clear.
I get the picture. Real clear.
Lisa, I've come to take you home. For the last time, will you or will you not come home with me?
I'll not marry John, Papa. I'll not.
After last night, I doubt if he'd want to marry you. Come.
No.
Do you know what would happen to you in the old country? You'd be driven from the house and never permitted to return. I'm giving you this second chance, your last chance. Are you coming?
I've always been good, Papa, and obedient. Don't you care what I want? Don't you care about me?
Care about you? The only thing I have in this world? Come home, Lisa.
I'm afraid to go home. Afraid not to.
What?
I'm afraid I'd end up hating you.
Hating me. Lisa, I will tell you something about your mother.
Excuse me.
You remember your mother, Lisa?
Yes, a little bit.
She was like you, pretty, restless, headstrong. But she never died like I always told you she did. She left me. Ran off with a seafaring man with a handsome face and a sun-browned skin and a swagger to his walk. A young man like your cowboy, Lisa. Yes, I have been strict with you. But I wanted to raise you so you wouldn't turn out like her. Maybe that's where I was wrong. If I have made a mistake, I pray the good Lord will forgive me.
I'm going to go home, Sheriff.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes, I want to.
About the cowboy, Sheriff Hollister, I think I better drop the charges.
I'm glad.
I'm sorry to have been such a bother, really. Thank you.
Hey, how about my bottle?
Oh, excuse me.
You sure get the picture real clear?
Mr. Carew!
Wait here, Lisa.
I'd like a public apology, sir, in front of my friends.
Well, I'm not pressing charges against you, young man. I hope that will satisfy you.
It does not, sir. You linked my name in a scandalous fashion with your daughter. And I'm not about to sink so low as to have truck with minors. Or minors' daughters. This time, old man, I'm gonna kill you. Better go get yourself a gun.
I've never used a gun in my life, but I'd like to get my fingers around your living throat.
You better learn how to use one quick.
Let him alone. You're drunk, and he's an old man.
Off the battlefield, Miner, or make your fight mine.
Johnny, take Lisa home.
I'll not be leaving you for dead, Mr. Carew.
Pick up the gun, old man.
No, Papa.
Keep her there, Johnny.
I'm giving you more than a fair chance, old man. I'm gonna wait until you point the gun at me before I draw. Now go ahead and pick it up!
Hey, come on running.
No, Papa! Oh, Johnny.
I had hopes for you, Billy. But you're nothing but a worthless troublemaker. You almost killed a man. If you ever make trouble in Tombstone again, I'll stop you again. So help me, I'll stop you good.
Are you all right, John?
It hurts, but I live.
Oh, John, I'm sorry. But I'm sure of a lot of things now. A lot of things that I wasn't before.
May 20, 1880. An important event was about to take place in the Carew home.
So, folk, we're late.
I gotta wear a tie.
Boy, all duded up. How does it feel to be best man at a wedding?
Too close for comfort.
Funny, wasn't it?
What's that?
How Lisa couldn't even see Johnny until he picked up that gun, and all of a sudden, he's her kind of man.
Oh, what women do, I don't even try to reason out. Next time I go to be a peacemaker between a man and his woman, grab me a hold of the coattails, will you?
You better get down to Rosie's place, Clay. She just took a shot at her new man.
Oh! Have you forgotten already?
Is he hurt bad?
No, just a scratch. But he's holed up in the Baptist church and don't dast to come out.
You tell him to stay there until after Johnny Coster's wedding is over. How's that?
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, June 18, 1885.
That's Holt Sergeant, all right.
I wonder where the rest of his gang is.
Looks like he's going to Bisbee to join him.
There's a lot of people out there, Clay. Somebody's liable to get hurt.
Well, Whaley boards the stage, ready to go. By that time, the crowd should have broken up.
Actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
Holt Sergeant and the new arrival left Tombstone in a hurry. Clay Hollister and Deputy Charlie Riggs were amazed to discover that one of the territory's most notorious outlaws was the father of a teenage son. The sheriff decided to follow Sergeant. This was the first chance to find his hideout, perhaps his gang. The trail led them through the fastness of the Mule Mountains to a cabin hidden by oak trees.
Makes sense bringing him up here.
I told you, his ma died.
Yeah, we might use him as a lookout. I can see he don't know nothing about guns.
I'll learn to shoot. And ride, too. I can take care of myself.
Inside. We get company.
Come on.
Behind the wall.
I told you not to meet that stage.
Come on out, Sergeant! Out of here! Don't get that boy hurt!
Give me your gun, Paul.
Get down on the floor.
Go on around back.
I'm gonna make a run for it. It's our only chance. It's safer inside.
Not for me.
Come on.
It's Dude and Reno! They got away! Sergeant! Send that boy out! You don't want to get him hurt, do you?
Go ahead. Outside.
I want to stay with you, Paul.
You heard me. Outside.
Get out of the way!
You killed my Paul.
I had to.
He never did nothing to you, and you shot him down.
He was a wanted man.
He was a good man. He was my Paul.
Easy, boy.
I'm gonna kill you someday, just like you killed him.
Stand up, boy. Why'd you come to Tombstone, Chet?
When Ma died, my Pa sent for me.
Did you know that your father was an outlaw?
I read about him in the papers.
Yet you came here anyway.
Why not? He had more nerve than any man in Arizona. It said so in the papers.
There's a better use for courage, boy, than robbing, stealing, and murdering.
My Pa wasn't afraid of nobody. And neither am I.
Fred's no use, Sheriff. Looks like this boy's heading for trouble.
Need somebody to set him straight about things. If he isn't helped now, we'll have another gun hand in Tombstone. We got enough of those already.
But that's not your responsibility.
I don't want no help from him.
What do you suggest doing?
Get him a job first thing.
I think you're right. Work never hurt anybody, and sometimes it keeps them out of trouble.
I'm sorry, Hollister, but there's no use discussing it.
I sure wish you could see your way clear, Mr. Hart.
I can't take a chance. We keep a lot of money around. His father's friends are still on the loose.
Well, thanks anyway. Those the only things you're interested in, Jet?
I'm gonna have a gun.
Did you ever shoot one?
I'll learn.
Only thing is, it's my business to be particular who carries a gun in this town. Come on.
I could use another hand, all right, but taking on an outlaw's kid, I don't know.
Did you ever stop to think what had happened, Ed, if people held that against the kid all his life?
That ain't my responsibility.
That's everybody's responsibility.
Well, couldn't pay him much.
That's not important for now. Jet? Jet?
Mr. Hart, how much is that gun with the white grips?
Well, now, that's a mighty nice belt pistol. About $50. But I'm not selling you a gun, boy.
They got away with 2,000.
Could you identify him, Mr. Hart?
Jim Reno, Dude Kappa. They've been here before.
I took the Bisbee Road, Sheriff. Where'd you disappear to? Go on, get back to the livery stable. I got your job. Oh, Charlie.
Any luck, Clay?
Like the earth opened up and swallowed him.
I got telegrams off. Every peace officer in the territory's on the lookout.
Thanks, Charlie. I lost him when they left that Bisbee Road.
Mr. Hart died.
I want a 20-man posse ready to go at daylight.
Clay, I think you should know what they're saying around town.
What are they saying around town?
Well, that the boy tipped off Reno and Capper and acted as lookout.
No.
He was there. Right in front of the store. Dozens of people saw him.
Jet was with me at Brady's livery stable. I got him a job and then he disappeared.
Where'd he go?
Charlie, I don't know, but he wasn't gone long enough to...
I warned you.
You warned me what?
Ought to have had my head examined. Let you talk me into hiring that boy.
What happened, Ed?
I'll tell you what happened. Jet Sergeant stole a gun and one of my best horses and lit out to join his friends.
A gun?
Had it by my cash drawer. What surprises me is he didn't take the money. Had over $100 in that drawer.
All right, Ed, I'm responsible for your hiring the kid. I'll make it up to you for the horse and the gun.
Everybody warned you, Hollister. Like father, like son.
All right.
Where you going, Clay?
You better be going to catch that young criminal.
I'm going to catch him before he becomes a criminal. There's still time.
June 20, 1885. Jet Sergeant rode fast and hard to Canelo Canyon. Clay Hollister followed his trail with ease.
Nice looking gun. Let me have it. Belongs to Ed Brady, doesn't it? After you cock a single action piece, always put your thumb in front of the hammer and change hands. Now you press it firmly into your right hand. That's important because your grip determines your steadiness. Now all you got to worry about's a trigger squeeze. That's most important of all. You got to squeeze them off nice and easy. Don't pull, you pull yourself right off the target.
You're being real helpful.
Main thing's practice. Takes time to learn to shoot good. A boy's kind of like a gun. Go off half-cocked, you can't hit the side of a barn.
I won't go off half-cocked. I'm going to practice till I can shoot just as good as you, Mr. Hollister. And maybe better.
Well, like I said, that takes time. You're not going to have much in jail for stealing.
Well, I'm going to be just like my pa.
End up the same way?
He was doing all right.
Outside the law. Getting things without working for him. Just like you got this gun. Come on. I got work to do.
We found the horses, Clay, but Reno and Capper gave us a slip up in Skeleton Canyon.
Put him in the livery stable. Where's Charlie?
He's still out with the boys.
Good. I got some business to take care of before I can ride out.
Your Honor, I'd like to get this over with so I can get back to my business.
Just hold your horses, Mr. Brady.
Now, if we can get down to cases...
Sit down, Ed. I'm conducting this hearing.
Yes, sir.
Judge Sargent, you'll stand up and face the court. Very serious charge has been lodged against you. Mr. Brady claims you robbed him of a gun and a valuable horse.
Worth at least $200.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask Ed a couple questions, if I may, please.
Go ahead.
Ed, as I understand it, you claim to have lost a gun and a horse, right?
You know I did.
But I returned them both to you.
Got nothing to do with it.
Your Honor, can anything be lost if it's been returned?
What kind of talk is that?
Well, I'd like to think that the boy just borrowed your horse and gun to practice with.
You know better than that.
You really feel that?
The other day you said this wasn't my responsibility. Now it is.
What do you mean?
Well, I got him the job, and that puts it up to me.
Judge Sargent, do you know what this man has done for you?
I know all right.
I hope you do. I'm going to suspend sentence and put you on probation. If the sheriff has confidence in you, I suppose I should too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just one other thing. Ed, are you still going to keep that gun around the barn?
Not where anybody can find it.
June 21, 1885. Jed Sargent rode again to Canelo Canyon. He was driven by a fierce determination. July 1, 1885. After repeated practice, the youth developed a shooting eye. July 3, 1885.
Throw me all day with that horse. Come on.
Jet?
What do you want?
Reno's meeting me. We need horses.
Well, this is the sheriff's horse. He'll be coming for it soon.
Well, that's just about perfect.
What do you mean?
Well, me and Reno ain't exactly safe while that sheriff's still alive. He'd like to see us dangling at the end of a rope. Like to kill us. Like he done your pa. I reckon you don't hold it against him then. Him killing your pa.
You better go while you got the chance.
Or he might shoot us down like he done your pa. Or have you forgot about that?
Of course I haven't forgotten.
If it was me, I wouldn't never forget that. Till I paid him back. I'd want to see him dead, too, if he killed my pa.
How's Jet doing, Ed?
Oh. Well, I haven't missed anything.
Well, maybe he learned his lesson.
Drop it, Reno. Now come out reaching. Right there.
What's going on, Clay?
Keep this one here. His partner may be inside.
Sure.
Anybody been in here yet?
No.
I told you. I got nothing to say. Where you gonna meet Capper after you stole the horses? Give up, lawman. I ain't squealing on a partner.
Beat it out of him, Hollister.
Why don't you go back to your livery stable, Ed?
Supposing Duke Capper shows up.
I hope he does. Charlie Riggs is on guard. He's not after you, deputy. He's gonna get you. Maybe.
You better be careful, Hollister. As long as you're alive, he knows there's a noose waiting for him.
That's right. Come on, boy, let's lock you up.
All you gotta do is act natural. Comes in for his horse, I let him have it. You're with me, aren't you, kid? I guess your pa didn't mean nothing to you. He was a fine man, I know. I rode with him. There wasn't any man I ever respected more. I guess he don't mean much to you, or you'd want to see his murderer killed off. Just like he killed your pa. I'm offering to do it for you, kid. All you gotta do is bring him close to me. And I'll shoot him in the back.
Let me handle this. I'll do it myself.
You don't even have a gun.
I know what I'm doing.
Nobody's been around here, Clay.
Well, he's got to be around here someplace. Reno wouldn't have come in alone. Look, you go back to the office. I'm going to ride the town limits.
Right.
Hello, Jet. Got the horse ready?
You don't need your horse, Mr. Hollister.
Where'd you get the gun?
I found out where he hid it.
Give it to me.
Not this time.
You don't know what you're doing, kid.
Yes, I do.
I don't want to have to draw on you, kid.
This is my show.
Thanks, Jed.
You helped me.
Well, they convicted Reno, not that we're surprised.
He had it coming.
Well, you all duded up.
Yeah. Even shaved.
You going someplace?
Tucson on business.
Oh, you're gonna lock up the stable.
No need. Got an able hand.
Mr. Sergeant. How about taking care of my horse?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Ed. I'll walk you over to the depot.
Good.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, the morning of July 29, 1881.
Well, sir, you got enough grub and gear there to start a store of your own. What are you going after, stranger?
Store of my own.
You been on the trail long?
A while.
Coming from San Francisco.
What made you say that?
You Glade Rafferty. You wanted for bank robbery and murder in San Francisco. I wouldn't. Circular said there were two others. Eugene Slater and a Martin Warren. Where are they?
Dead?
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
How did Slater and Martin die?
The desert. Coming over from Tucson. Thirst.
Didn't bother you?
I kept my mind on other things. I thought you gentlemen died of thirst on the desert.
The afternoon of July 29, 1881. Clay Hollister hadn't checked in at his office since early morning. His whereabouts was a mystery.
where you are, Hollister?
Yeah. 3 miles south of Tombstone. Old Wedlock Road.
Do you know why you're still alive? I'll help you. You want to get across the border to Mexico.
Without taking a regular trail.
And without running into Apaches. We can't do it alone, Hollister.
We don't know the country.
But you do. Now you know why you're still alive, don't you, Hollister? Slater was against bringing you along.
You should have listened to him. It isn't going to work.
You're going to be our guide, Sheriff.
Why? Keep you from shooting me? You're going to shoot me anyway when we get to Mexico.
Probably. But I think you'll come along just the same.
Why should I?
The tin badge. You're a sheriff, Hollister. It's the sheriff's duty to arrest people like us. As long as you're alive, you got a chance of doing just that. It's a slim chance, to be sure.
Oh, I don't know. 3 to 1 isn't so very bad odds.
3 to 0, Hollister. You don't have any bullets, just guns.
We figured it wouldn't look good if you run into somebody and you weren't wearing any.
Go on, check them.
I'll take your word for it.
We even stole a horse for you. You ought to be grateful. Show the proper spirit. All right, Sheriff, you're the lead man. Next stop, Sonora, Mexico.
You know how far that is?
It's only about 50 miles.
A broiling desert.
We're packed for it.
Enough?
More than enough. Food, water, happy?
I'll be happier when we get to Sonora.
All right, Sheriff, let's go.
I'll ride behind him. You even think tricky and you're dead.
I guess he means it, Sheriff. Like I said, Slater's against this whole thing.
I'd mean it even if the plan were my own idea. Now get.
We'll take turns stand and watch. Except you, Hollister. You get to sleep right through.
Tonight.
The evening of July 29, in Tombstone, concern for Sheriff Hollister began to grow. There was no clue to his disappearance.
was drinking the water.
He's crazy. It was open, pouring out. He must have done it.
Shut up. How about it? Did you have anything to do with it?
How could I? Wasn't your boy watching me?
What'd he want to touch the water for?
To make it harder on us.
Make it harder on himself, too.
He's half lizard. He doesn't need much water.
I tell you, Glade, I didn't touch the water. He did.
Either way, you're wrong. Either you tried to steal our water, or you let the man you were supposed to be watching do it. Now go see how much water we lost.
Better than half empty.
You know, personally, I think you did it.
Rafferty, nobody, even if he's all lizard, can live on the desert without water.
You could. You know all about the desert. You know how a man without water can survive by squeezing the moisture out of the heart of a cactus plant. Well, I know that too, Hollister. And even if your plan had worked, you couldn't have won. And you won't win. Now go get some sleep.
July 30, 1881. Hollister's deputies made a thorough search of the Tombstone area. Nobody had seen the missing sheriff.
Hold it. Shouldn't we be going that way?
No. You sure? Positive.
You better be. Hollister. Pretty smart, aren't you?
What is it?
A rider. He was heading us right for him.
Well, I didn't see him till just now.
You're a liar.
Take it easy, Slater. What trouble can one man cause us? A patrol, even. Well, we're not 100 men now. We're members of the sheriff's posse. Right, Sheriff?
He could take a chance and give us away.
And have the other man killed? I don't think he'd do that.
Howdy, man.
Hello. Don't be unsociable, Sheriff.
Howdy, Sheriff. Name's Mitchell, prospector.
Hollister, glad to meet you.
Did you see a lone rider back there, Mr. Mitchell? We're looking for a tall man on a sorrel mare.
No, ain't seen a soul since I left Tombstone.
Tombstone? Tombstone's back there.
I'm afraid you turned around, son.
Yeah, he sure is. It's a tenderfoot. Well, I guess we better be riding, Sheriff. Nice to have met up with you, Mr. Mitchell.
Well, same here, man. Well, adios.
He'll be out of earshot in a minute.
The old man's out of earshot. What are we waiting for?
Not a thing.
We're not going to shoot him.
Why not?
We still need him to get to Mexico.
Are you crazy? He almost brought us right back to Tombstone.
He emptied out half our water.
How many chances does he get?
As many as we give him, I guess. Losing the water was your fault, Warren. Being led around the circle was everybody's fault.
Letting him live is gonna be your fault. I say he goes right now.
And I say you get no say.
I thought we were partners.
You thought wrong. And you're thinking wrong now. You better step back, Sheriff. He's a bad shot. You can still have another chance, Slater.
At what? Hanging? No thanks. You're the one that's making the mistake, Rafferty. Bringing him along. He's got a bag full of tricks. I say we kill him.
You said that before.
He's dead.
What do you think we should do about the sheriff, Warren?
Whatever you say, Glade.
Well, I say he should lead us to Sonora, Mexico. What do you say?
I say the odds are getting better. 2-0 now.
No, it's still down there. All right, that's good enough. Nobody will find him now. We'll take the extra horse along to lighten the supply load. Let's go. South.
July 31, 1881. Bulletins on Hollister were sent to peace officers throughout the Southwest. Still no clues.
What's that?
What's what?
In your hand. Open it.
Didn't we do that once before?
Well, let's do it again. Let me have your guns. One at a time. Don't move, Warren.
You're kind of shaky, aren't you? Come on, you'll still have a gun.
All right, Sheriff. Might be interesting to see how well you can shoot.
Much obliged.
All right, let's go.
August 1, 1881. Clay Hollister had been missing for 4 days.
Glade!
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Odds keep getting better for me, don't they?
They're still 1-0.
1-1. I found that bullet you dropped at Slater's grave. It's in my gun now. The right one.
You're lying.
You're gonna have to prove that. You got one of two choices now. You can either surrender to me, or you can draw. Which one's it gonna be?
Suppose you do have that bullet. You've only got one shot.
That's true. But you can't find out unless you go for your gun, can you?
What have you got to lose by bluffing? We're almost to Mexico. You know I'll kill you anyhow when I don't need you.
Yeah, that's one side of the story. Other side is I've got the bullet. The bullet's in the gun. Well?
There's $50,000 in that saddlebag. You can have it. It's all for yourself. I don't call your bluff. You can take me in.
Turn around.
Had to find out.
Yeah.
August 3, 1881. A report reached me at the epitaph that Clay Hollister had been seen riding into town. Nation have you been, Clay?
I'll tell you.
Well, doing what?
Riding.
Well, you ought to let somebody know where you are. Things have been happening around here. You got a telegram from Tucson.
Oh?
Yeah, Charlie opened it. Says that 3 men wanted for bank robbery and murder are heading this way.
Well, 3 men would be riding 3 horses, wouldn't you say?
Well, of course they'd be riding 3 horses. What do you expect them to do, walk here? What's the matter with you? Oh, must have been quite a gunfight.
1 bullet.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, July 13, 1882.
Guess they lit out, huh? Matt? Matt!
What do we do?
We bury him. Get busy with the shovel. I'll stand guard.
Look.
Silver.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone territory.
August 22, 1882. The epitaph heralded another fabulous silver strike. For some, it was a moment of rejoicing. For others, the celebration was bitter, due to a trick of fate that had moved in to make it so.
Found this thing, I looked down, buried old Matt, and we found this thing, I looked down and I seen it, and I reached out and I reached down and I grabbed it. It looked like this, my head is these, and we got it. It's a big silver strike that we protected. You heard what Pete said about the ass, we got it.
Carter, I'm going to ask you one more time. I want my father's share of the strike.
What share? Old Matt had no share. The Indians got him before we struck it.
You had an agreement. Now I'm going to get what's mine. You going to give it? Or am I going to take it?
Ollie's right, he deserves it.
I told you before, old Matt had no share. Belongs to Billy and me. Nobody's pushing us out.
Yeah.
Get going. Quick!
That hot head of yours is going to get you in trouble.
Ah, now, hold it.
Come on down to my office. We'll talk it over.
When?
Now.
So you're going to let him get away with this? You're going to let stealing go on right under your nose without doing anything about it, that right?
Carter and Billy are taking anything that belongs to you. They'll go to jail. They claim the death ended the partnership. You got anything to prove that it didn't?
Listen, anybody but those two would honor that partnership.
Is there anything in writing?
I don't know. If there is, I haven't found it.
Well, you show me something in writing and I'll enforce your claim legally. Till then, there's nothing I can do.
All right. But I'll get what belongs to me, and I'll get it without your help.
Ollie. I've never seen him like this before.
Ollie's right, you know.
Sure, he's right. But not legally.
I was speaking about the moral right.
That's what makes it tough. They're both right. One of them legally and one of them morally. I'll go up and talk to Carter and Billy.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Where'd he go?
Maybe I got him.
Drop your guns.
Oh, we didn't know it was you, Sheriff.
Doesn't matter who it was. There's free land around here. Anybody's got a right on it.
Not here. We got a claim. Nobody's got a right here but us. Well, Hollister, what do you want up here?
This is Matt's grave, huh? Yeah, we dug the mine over there so Matt wouldn't be bothered none. Got to show proper respect for the dead.
You could show more respect by allowing his family in here to tend the grave.
Oh, no. Then they get the idea they come up here any time.
Anything wrong with that?
They want to come here because they think they own a piece of this strike. Well, they don't.
Carter, everybody in Tombstone thinks Ollie and his wife should have Matt's share.
If I caught that Apache arrow, Matt wouldn't be giving any shares to my family. Matt wasn't that kind.
You're wrong, Carter, and you know it. I knew Matt.
You got a warrant to arrest or something?
Nope.
Then get out. You got no right here either.
There's gonna be trouble. You can stop it.
If there's any killing ahead, I'm ready for it.
Just don't step out of line, that's all.
Get to work.
Maybe what? Maybe we should give Ollie some. Wouldn't hurt nothing, you know. Just a little bit.
You gotta fight for what you get, Billy. Nobody gives a hang for you and me. You gotta take when the time comes. The time's now.
Yeah, you gotta take. Nobody ever gave me nothing, ever. You gotta take.
You going out?
That's right. Carter's at the Crystal Palace. I'm going there.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what's mine? Sheriff didn't do anything about it.
But, Ollie, we've been all through this, and you promised...
I didn't make the rules. Carter did. He took, I'm going to take back.
But, Ollie, there must be another way.
Now, don't you go nagging at me, Beth. It's the only thing I can do.
Ollie's gone to the Crystal Palace to force Carter into a fight.
When did he leave?
Just now. None of this would have happened if he'd done the right thing in the first place.
Easy, Mrs. Williams. Nothing else Mr. Hollister could have done and still uphold the law.
we don't want no trouble in here. Okay.
Don't we go along?
No, keep her here.
This your last chance, Carter.
You ain't safe here, boy. You better go home.
Draw.
3 cards.
Otis, get a duck.
Give me some water and a rag.
Give me a gun. I'll kill you, Carter. I'll kill you for this.
I shot him in self-defense, Sheriff.
What's your story, Harry? Was it self-defense?
He's a no-good rat. No better than a claim jumper. But Ollie forced it.
Anybody else got another version?
Ollie. Oh, Ollie. Well, what are you men going to do about this?
Mrs. Williams, I ask you not to interfere.
Now, wait a minute. I'm unarmed.
Hold it.
Give me back my gun, Sheriff.
All right, break it up.
What kind of a lawman have we got here?
Get going.
I'll never make it. They'll follow me.
I suggest you men stay here.
You only think you've had trouble before.
August 23, 1882. Angry miners formed on the streets of Tombstone. They were convinced that one of their group had been wronged.
What's going on?
What's going on where?
What's all the excitement?
Is there excitement?
With her husband desperately wounded, Beth Williams succumbed to the spirit of the mob.
Looks bad, Clay.
Is bad.
Keep on in.
We don't need your protection, Hollister. Just a peaceful meeting. Just talk. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with talk.
Free to make, ain't it?
And free to listen to.
You plan to force your way in here?
Depends.
But when an innocent man like my husband, whom you all know, is shot trying to protect his rights, well, it's time something was done about it. What chance do we have if the sheriff refuses to back us up? How long are we going to stand for it? When will something be done? Ollie and I need your help. Can we count on you?
Mrs. Williams, I'd like a word with you alone.
You can speak freely in front of the men.
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know exactly what I'm doing. Ollie's no match for Carter's guns.
So you're getting a mob to back Ollie?
You can put it that way if you like. But if you'd done your job in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
You're beating that tune to death. My job is the law.
Yeah, protecting claim jumpers. How much is he paying you, Hollister? Maybe you're getting Matt's share.
I hate mobs and I hate murder. I've seen enough and I've had enough. I'll shoot anybody that leads a mob to murder.
I've sounded out a few men to act as deputies. Any luck? Trying to get deputies for this job's like trying to grab an eel in a bucket of lard. I couldn't get anybody.
What about Stan Hoare and Art Smith?
Wouldn't touch it. They're getting uglier by the minute. Isn't there any way to stop this?
You got any suggestions? I don't know. When respectable people start taking the law into their own hands, I must have messed up somewhere.
Oh, don't blame yourself. What you face would tax the wisdom of Solomon. Why is it the law so often seems to be on the wrong side?
Well, if they just give the law a chance, it'd catch up. You can't stop a mob with just a shotgun. There's got to be a way. And I got to find it.
With all the land around here, it's too bad a man can't find a piece of ground to rest in without everybody fighting over it.
What did you say?
I said it's too bad a man can't find a piece of ground to rest in without everybody fighting over it.
Open up, Chambers! Open up! There may be a law.
It's a race against time.
Chambers, open up! Well, it's something new for you, up with the roosters.
Well, I'm a newspaper man, Clay. I can't sleep with my town about to blow up under me without trying to do something about it.
Did you?
Beth is the fuse. I thought if I could talk some sense into her, things might simmer down.
Did you talk sense?
Well, I thought I did, but she wouldn't listen. She just came back from a circuit of the diggings. She's been stirring up every miner within 10 miles of Tombstone. We've got to find some way to stop her.
Well, I think Chambers and I did.
You found something after I left last night?
2 o'clock this morning. We came up with a territorial law that states that any open ground on which a man is buried belongs to him for 20 feet in all directions.
Good for you.
And I got a court order evicting Carter.
Do you think she'll listen?
Only a fool wouldn't. I hope she's not a fool.
Where are you going?
See Ollie.
Is this the time to be seeing a sick man? Shouldn't you try to stop this mob?
That's why I'm going to see Ollie. You got this.
Ollie.
What's he trying to do? Join your mob?
Yes.
Why didn't you keep him in bed?
I tried, but
You tried. You tried like you tried to stop that bunch in the street outside?
I didn't try to stop them then, and I won't try now.
Mrs. Williams, you're supposed to be a responsible citizen.
Just a minute. Who are you to talk about responsible citizens? At least I'm trying to protect my husband.
Well, that's what your protection's gotten you.
And what has your high office gotten?
I've got a court order to evict Carter and Billy.
I don't believe it.
I dug up an Arizona law that states that a grave and 20 square feet around it belong to the heirs of anyone buried there.
Well, what good will that do?
You go out and tell that mob that I'm going to run Carter off.
Carter will laugh at your court order, and it'll take a mob to run him off.
You won't even try.
No.
Mrs. Williams, can't you see I'm trying to help you?
All I can see is the help you're giving those thieves.
You're being a fool. There's going to be trouble, and only you can stop it. And if you don't, men will get killed.
You think they'll be coming pretty soon?
How do I know?
You think you and me can handle a whole bunch of them?
We get enough of them to wrestle run like rats. We'll keep working.
You know very well where we're going, Mr. Clyburn.
We're going to see justice done.
Justice never came from taking the law into your own hands. Wait. Clay Hollister rode out to the mine. He's your lawman. Let him handle this.
He's been handling it, and that's why my husband was nearly killed.
And we're going to get Carter.
Now listen to me. Every one of you listen. If Carter is killed, every one of this mob, every single one of you is guilty of murder. Premeditated mob murder. What you don't know is that the sheriff now has a legal right to get Ollie's claim for it.
Carter will never give in.
But at least give the sheriff time to try it his way. Give him time. That's the least you can do.
All right.
What do you want? What's that?
An eviction order.
What's that mean?
Means that the grave and 20 feet around it belong to the heirs of Matt Williams. That's the law. You'll have to get out.
It's a trick.
It's no trick, Carter. I'm trying to do you a favor. There's a mob on its way out here to get you.
Oh, why don't you stop them then?
I will. As soon as you leave.
You mean they're going to take everything?
You'll get your share. Just move out before I have to bury you next to Matt.
After 15 years? Fighting desert, 100 Indians. After making my strike. No! I'm going to keep it all!
You try to do a job and you end up taking a life.
Time's up, Mr. Clyburn. And so's Carter's. Let's go.
Wait, this is wrong.
Well, you wanted blood, didn't you? You got it. What's the matter? Why so quiet? You'll do anything for silver, won't you? You'll get your share, Mrs. Williams. Billy will get his. If he's got any family, they'll get theirs.
Clyburn.
Hello, Clay. Well, I guess I'll run this notice in the paper again.
Oh, no answer from Carter's heirs yet, huh?
Nope. And we've given him every chance to come forward and claim his share of the strike. Either Carter has no heirs, or they're too ashamed to come forward and admit it.
Mr. Clyburn?
Well, hello, Charlie.
Clay saw Ollie and Beth up at their claim today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's trying to get up the courage and wanted to know.
What did she want to know, Charlie?
Well, if it would be all right if she came in to apologize.
In time, when I forget there was a needless killing.
I wonder if she's to blame. Whether it's silver or gold or anything that smells like money. There's always a scent of death about it in Tombstone.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. August 23, 1883.
Favorite, Collins, hold it. You're under arrest.
Now, hold on, Sheriff. What for?
Murder. The express agent in Pantano. Where's your buddy Ellis?
Well,
You stand fast, Hollister.
Thanks, mister.
My name's Hoyt, Jake Hoyt. Surprised a long man of your reputation will get yourself a mousetrap.
Get going.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
Come on, Clay, settle down.
Sure. Look, Charlie. I fell for the oldest trick in the books. I got mouse-trapped.
Well, you weren't the first one. Wild Bill Hickok got careless, too, and look what happened to him.
Yeah, shot in the back.
Lucky that fellow Hoyt was there to get Ellis for you.
You don't live very long being just lucky, Charlie.
Yeah, I guess you owe your life to him.
Yeah. You know, I don't know this fellow Hoyt. I guess I ought to be grateful to him. I don't think he's going to let me forget this. I'm going to get some dinner.
Yeah.
My name's Radcliffe. I own the place.
Quiet. I think you heard mine.
You're mighty handy with that.
Your cub lawman got himself all jammed up. Somebody had to do something.
Had some experience as a peace officer?
The Dakotas, Wyoming.
Would you mind telling me why you came to Tombstone?
My specialty is taming tough towns. I want the sheriff's job.
Suppose you were the sheriff here. How would you have handled that business?
Why, to gun those 2 killers right away. Been ready for the 3rd. Save the county the expense of a trial. Other guns around here think twice before tangling with me.
Well, the word would get around.
Well, if a lawman wants to enforce the peace, he's got to prove he's tougher than the town.
How do you feel about working along with other city officials?
No lawman can lone wolf it.
We think alike, Hoyt. I happen to be one of the county commissioners. I'm concerned about crime in this town.
You need a man who can do a real job for you. People do say I guarantee results.
I believe you would make a good sheriff. I'll take the matter up with the other commissioners.
We do think alike.
Oh, Hoyt. I feel it's only fair to tell you that we may have trouble from Harris Claiborne, the editor of the Epitaph. He's a solid Hollister man.
Well, Mr. Radcliffe.
Yes?
Why not give the editor the story of how I saved Hollister's life? Might start him thinking.
You'll be sheriff.
What's going on here?
Nothing's going on now. Hoyt just took care of it.
What do you think, Bob?
That man Hoyt sure handled Ellis. I was there.
Some people are saying he might make a good sheriff.
No, we almost lost Hollister. Might be a real good idea to keep a man like Hoyt around.
Good story on Jake Hoyt. Fine job of reporting.
Thank you, Palmer. More people would back up the law like Hoyt did, we might have less crime in Tombstone.
I'm glad to hear that, Harris. It makes what I have to say a lot easier.
No?
I want to talk to you about our law enforcement problem.
Go on.
Well, Hollister's not measuring up.
You're dead wrong, Radcliffe. If Hollister hadn't had to twist your tail a couple of times, you wouldn't be so prejudiced. I think he's doing a fine job against big odds.
There's nothing personal in my feeling. Why, I think Hollister would make a first-rate deputy under a man like Jake Hoyt.
A deputy?
I spoke to Hoyt, and he's interested.
Well, you have no right. Not without consulting the other commissioners.
I'm a lawyer. Don't talk to me about my rights. If I want to speak up against
If you
Hollister...
have any complaints against me, Mr. Radcliffe, bring them here.
All right, I will. 3 weeks ago, a stage was attacked and the driver was killed. Everybody figures a man named Al Coakley did it, and you haven't arrested him.
Al Coakley can't be found. I got bulletins out for him.
Jake Hoyt would have had him behind bars the day it happened. I'm calling on you for action, Hollister. I'd better get it.
He's found a new candidate for your job, and he intends to push it.
Well, looks like Hoyt's quite a hero around town.
I printed what happened, Clay.
Yeah.
And now I suspect he may have shot Ellis just to make a name for himself. But I can't print that. Not without proof.
We do know that Radcliffe always wanted a sheriff he could control.
Clay, just how much do you know about this, Hoyt?
I'll let you know.
Sorry, gents.
Hoyt?
Hello, Hollister.
I'd like to talk to you.
Why not? Go ahead. Well, look, I'm not playing cards for fun. I'm working these days for Radcliffe.
Oh, I didn't know you were taking a job dealing. Thought you were after a different one.
Yeah, sheriff. I'd be mighty good at it.
Punch a level, Hoyt. You killed Ellis to make a name for yourself, didn't you?
Oh, that's ingratitude. Doesn't your conscience bother you?
What about your conscience?
Got none. Was left out when I was born. I'm going to get you a job. You'd save yourself a heap of trouble by resigning.
I mean, why is it so important to you?
Well, Tombstone was the last of the wide-open towns. I like the ring of it. Sheriff of Tombstone.
Any other reason?
Public demand. Mr. Ratcliffe's behind me 100%.
Mr. Ratcliffe's always wanted a sheriff he could run.
If you're suggesting...
I'm suggesting that you get out of Tombstone.
You know, for your sake, Hollister, I hope it doesn't come to gunplay between us.
Well, don't force it.
You wouldn't have a chance. You got a conscience.
I hope so.
I saw that the other day when you didn't gun down those two. You got to decide to kill. That slows you down. Now, you take me. I'm always ready to kill.
Yeah. I got that impression.
You got to fight with your conscience whether or not to draw on a man. I don't. That gives me that big split-second edge.
Well, you know, facing fast guns like you is part of my job, and I'm still around.
I'll say one thing, Hollister. You don't scare easy.
That's right.
But if we do tangle, you'll be dead before your gun clears the holster.
Well, we both know where we stand. 3 bullets.
Well, just made the rounds on Allen Street. Everything's quiet.
Those bulletins I sent out brought results, Charlie.
Yeah?
Al Coakley's coming through.
Coakley?
Noon stage.
Yeah, maybe you can get a confession on that stage robbery.
Yeah. I think I'll ride out to meet him. Take him off the stage outside of town. If there's gunplay, there's no use having innocent bystanders get hurt.
You need another gun?
Yeah. Right here.
See you.
Table's closed. Table's closed. You'll cash in your chips.
Tucson just wired Hollister to take Al Coakley off the noon stage.
How do you know?
The telegraph office informed me. After all, I'm a commissioner.
Why are you telling me? Hollister will pick him up.
I just saw Hollister riding out of town, right at a time when he's needed most. And so I'm calling a meeting of the commission and demanding an immediate ouster for Hollister.
Hold off on that meeting. I'll haul Al Coakley off the stage.
The duly constituted officer failed in his duty, so you were forced to make a citizen's arrest.
What does this Coakley look like?
According to the telegram, dark, square jaw, clean shaven, about 6 feet tall, lean, wearing a black suit.
You sure got good connections.
I hope the one I made with you isn't a mistake.
Now relax. I'll make you a good sheriff.
What time is it?
About 12:30. Almost a half hour late.
Not nervous, are you? I am. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Well, if Hollister can't do his job, somebody's got to.
You have to whistle. Keep on the tune. Have you spotted him?
Nope. Dust her off a little, she'll be okay.
Pay attention.
Well, that's what I'm doing. Hold it.
It's all right. Somebody get Deputy Riggs. This man is a wanted criminal.
Yeah, the man Hollister was afraid to face. Al Coakley. Charlie, I've had to print my share of grim stories in the epitaph. But this one stops them all.
Al Coakley, Charlie. Lock him up.
Clay, while you were gone, Hoyt gunned down another man. Thought he was Coakley.
What?
Killed him as he stepped off the stage.
You mean that Hoyt shot an innocent man?
It was hard for me to believe, too, when Charlie first told me. Hoyt and Radcliffe met the stage. I guess they figured it was a chance to show you up by taking Coakley.
They didn't know you were picking him up outside town.
Why should they? Hoyt wouldn't understand taking an outlaw before he hit town. He'd want an audience.
Well, the man was about Coakley's size.
Yeah, it must have been George Butler. I got his identification when I stopped the stage.
Anyhow, Hoyt killed him.
He was a traveling salesman, Harris. Unarmed. Hoyt couldn't wait. He couldn't take the time to find out he had that gun out and he had to use it. How did Hoyt know that he was on that stage?
I figure Radcliffe. He has his ways of getting information.
Well, it's my job to protect lives, not to see them taken. An innocent man's dead because a gunslinger wants to be sheriff. Well, he's going to get his chance. Has Hoyt been in?
I ain't seen him. Radcliffe? Nope. Mr. Radcliffe ain't in. Sheriff, I told you he ain't in. I thought he was out.
Hollister, I did what I did because I figured it was right.
I know why you did
It seemed to me Hoyt was the man who could stop crime in Tombstone. I made an honest mistake, that's
Well,
all.
your mistake has already cost the life of one man.
Believe me, Hollister, I regret that.
Well, the account's not closed yet, because the killing isn't over with. Unless Hoyt surrenders himself on a murder charge. Where is he?
Well, I don't know.
You're lying.
I tell you, I don't know.
Well, I'll find him. I'll keep looking until I do. You can tell him that.
Otis, come here.
I tried to keep him out, Mr. Radcliffe.
Get word to Hoyt. Tell him Hollister's out to get him. Say we've had enough gunplay and tell him he's got to get out of town.
Who is it?
Otis.
Come in.
Sheriff's gunning for you. Radcliffe wants you to leave town.
Oh, plan misfired, and that's enough for him, huh? Well, it's not enough for me.
Mean you're going to shoot down the sheriff?
Hollister's looking for me, isn't he?
Yeah, but you can't.
All right, he finds me, I kill him. It's self-defense.
Yeah, but Radcliffe said
I'm not taking orders from Radcliffe. With Hollister dead, nobody argues with me. Now get out.
Clay,
Yeah, Charlie?
seemed to me if I was Hoyt, I'd hop the first stage out of town.
Not him.
Well, I checked it anyhow. No signs of it. Let me go along with you to take him in.
Yeah. This is between him and me.
ride in?
Yeah.
You know Jake Hoyt?
Yeah, I know him. I ought to. He won a lot of money off of me in a card game, and nobody's that lucky.
Have you seen him lately?
No. Hey, listen, if you do find him, good luck.
Charlie, just how good is this Hoyt with a gun?
From all I hear, he's as good as they come.
Faster than Clay?
I hope not.
Because Hoyt's out of hiding. One of my printers just saw him down around 7th and Tough Nut, heading up toward Allen. There ought to be something we can do.
This is Clay's fight. He wants it this way.
Yeah, I know. But he needs every edge he can get. At least we can tell him that Hoyt's out of hiding and ready to meet him.
Point is to find Clay.
Well, I figure we'll have 2 chances if we separate. You start with 3rd, and I'll head down 7th. We'll both keep doubling back toward Allen.
For the first time in my life, I'm thinking of shooting a man in the back if I see Hoyt.
Radcliffe, where are you going?
Frankly, I'm trying to find Hoyt. I understand he's ready to kill Hollister. I intend to beg him not to carry this any farther.
It's a little late for that.
Hoyt's out on Allen Street.
Where on Allen Street?
Somewhere's around 6 by now, I guess. Probably coming along Allen this way.
Thank you, Charlie.
You've been looking for me. Here I am.
I'm going to give you a chance to submit to arrest.
Nobody's ever arrested me.
I aim to.
You can try. Just remember that split-second edge.
Your edge is gone, Hoyt. Either you're coming in or I'm going to draw on you. Make your decision. He's still breathing. See that he's got taken care of. Doc Cunningham says Hoyt will live. There'll be a murder charge, and he'll need a lawyer.
You mean me? The answer is no.
It seems to me, Radcliffe, you and Hoyt were partners. At least that's the way it's going to appear in my editorial.
You're writing an editorial about this?
That's right. Maybe this will start the town taking action against you. And remind everybody that it takes more to make a good peace officer than just a fast gun.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be a peace officer long without one.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone